Welcome back to Unique Spirituality, beautiful people. I am outside again. Please excuse all of the noise. I'm sitting right by the street, but sitting up, I gotta light it every other word. Sitting up here, well, at least where I'm sitting at right now, the view is better, the wind is better, everything is just better. None of my lighters are working. Somebody come send me a lighter. We getting off to a rocket start. Yeah. Let's get up close and personal today. I just want to say that I look very beautiful. I love these hats. Like, I've just decided that I'm bringing these hats back in style. Like, okay, B. You like my incense. See, this is why you always gotta have a crackhead lighter ready. Just when all your other lighters are lit. Oh, look, people talk shit about crackhead lighters, but it's gonna do what needs to be done. Many tries. I think we're ready. Is it still going? Now we're ready. Okay. Now I'm gonna get to the reason why I'm here. Today we are talking about herbs that I like to use when I am PMSing and when I am on my period. I like to live a very holistic lifestyle. Just gonna keep it as that. I like to live a very holistic lifestyle. I've been not suffering, but I've been going through shit, I guess, like medically, my whole life. Like, I have type 1 diabetes, and my brain wants me to say suffer, but I'm not suffering from anything. I am fine. I am healthy. And I battle with like thyroid and endocrine issues. Runs in my family, so I am no stranger to taking pharmaceuticals to care for myself and care for my life. But after many years of being on medication and different things, I think I just got to a point in my life where I realized what works for me and what does not work for my body. And that's why we're here to talk about herbs. I personally feel like with just about everything that can happen to you health-wise, although there is a like medicinal, like pharmaceutical way to help cure and prolong things, there's also herbal things that you can use. So I'm just here to give y'all the herbal perspective of how to care for yourself, women, just herbs that I use to care for my health as a woman. So I would say it's been about maybe 2.5 years now, but I discovered that I have something called pmdd, and I got my notes today. My mind be everywhere. I really gotta stop saying that. My mind is not everywhere. My mind is centered. I am centered. I am grounded. But PMDD stands for premenstrual dysphoric disorder. And as I like to say, it's just PMS times like 100 or 1,000. And having PDD is one of the first things that made me think that I had depression, like that I was depressed, because there's 4 weeks in a month basically. And out of those 4 weeks in a month, 2 of those weeks, I feel like shit, or I used to, until I started using these herbs to help with my mental health and help with just my health in general. But yeah, so anybody who has PMDD or knows what this, I'm gonna say disorder, what this disorder entails is that you just feel the symptoms of PMS, so irritation, extreme sadness, black cat over there. Like hella sadness, just feeling like you don't want to do anything because you don't have the energy to do anything because of how deeply things feel. Or how not deeply, how heavy things can feel. So I feel like my intro is already long. But yeah, we just gonna get into it. One of the first herbs that I use to help with my PMDD is marijuana. And you know, of course, I gotta light this up. Yeah, one of my favorite herbs to use is marijuana. So, I love using marijuana to help with my PMDD because for one of the first things it does is calms my anxiety. It brings my thoughts that are moving a million miles a minute. It brings it down to about 10 thoughts a minute. I'm joking. But yes, it really helps to stabilize my thoughts and to stabilize my mood, you guys. It stabilizes my mood. And one of the things I love to do with the weed, though, is I like to add other herbs in with my weed. And the next herb that I like to use is rose petals. What I'll do is, but I love to take rose petals and mix it in with my plants, mix it in with my herbs, because rose petals, what it does, it helps me to. Rose petals act like a natural antidepressant. When I was first diagnosed with the disorder or whatever, the first thing they did was put me on antidepressants. I hated every second of it, if I'm gonna be honest. Antidepressants just, I feel like what they supposed to be doing, they're not doing. Alright, I don't know. But antidepressants, I don't feel like nobody should be on antidepressants. For real. This is just my opinion. I do know that antidepressants and other medication like that, it works for certain people. It doesn't work with everybody. I do feel like that either sometimes you do need pharmaceuticals to help with certain mental health conditions or certain things. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you need to pair them with other complementary things like herbs and other practices and stuff like that to find the best fit. You know, it depends on who it, like who it is that they are helping. Another thing, I feel like my energy is a little bit different. It's a little down in this video because I decided to make this video because I woke up not feeling the best. And that's kind of how it is with PMDD. Like, you just, well, for me, I will wake up and just feel like, damn, like, today is the start of my, like, on those days, I know I gotta work a little bit extra harder to complete my goals and to do things that I have set to do for the day. So, honestly, on them days when I wake up like that, y'all, I just be like, you know, I guess we get to start the day with the blunt. Because I try not to really smoke during the day. Just more so at night and on the weekends. Because I know just how weed can help lift my mood, it would also put me in the mood to not want to do anything. So it's just understanding the balance with the herbs that I use and how I apply it to my health. Okay, I guess all of the bugs and the flies want to smoke too. But yeah, I'm realizing my energy is not the same in this video as how it usually is. But this is because this is me still trying to show up and to show you guys, you know, what it's like to go through something like this. And a lot of women, I feel like a lot of women go through PMDD or if not this extreme as version of PMS, they are battling with like PMS symptoms. And it's crazy how in society, how we go through these crazy ass things, women, and then we are still expected to show up. To show up like our inner world is not going crazy. And I know as I say that, some people might be like, well, other people, they still show up when when shit is going crazy in their inner world or in their life. So why should women have like time off or whatever? And I feel like, one, you are one unempathetic ass bitch, and I'm saying bitch as in whether you have masculine or feminine energy, that applies to both. But like that's so like insensitive. I don't know which one, but one of them words. It's so insensitive to think that. Um, yeah, and then I love how when I'm in my like, another reason why I love using weed to help with pmdd is because I feel it kicking in, you know, I feel it working now. And now that heaviness that I was just feeling, I literally feel that shit being lifted off of me. Like, I love it so much. I love weed and its healing properties, bro. Oh, and it's a beautiful ass butterfly. Come on. I wanted to come on my video, but whatever. I hope y'all saw it. But I just love it in its healing properties. I understand and I recognize that when weed is used in ways that are not to like better yourself, basically if you don't have good intentions for smoking the weed, then you definitely can become codependent on it. You definitely can become addicted to it. You definitely can. And I feel like I'm gonna go on a little mini rant, but I feel like definitely at some point in my life, I feel like I definitely was abusing weed to get through things in my life. Yeah. But I think I had to go on a journey and I had to learn, like, when I'm using weed, why am I using it? What do I need it for? You know, like, am I trying to run for some shit or am I trying to confront it? Cause something I realized too with weed is that I cannot run from my problem like while smoking it. Like I can try and run away from it, but I feel like when I be high, like whatever it is that I'm trying to run from, it's just like, what? There you go. You need to work on that. So you gotta find a balance with weed. Yeah, I don't want to talk about weed too much, so it's about all of the herbs that I use. I was talking about rose petals. Rose petals, you guys. I love it because rose petals are a natural antidepressant. Like, how you think, you know how when people give roses, like for the most part, for like a happy gestures, you know, birthdays, Valentine's Day, just because flowers, like it's just such a beautiful flower and it's significant. Like, even like if you buy, I'm not gonna call them regular flowers because I love all flowers. Honestly, my favorite flowers are carnations. They're so beautiful, especially when they're in different colors. But yeah, like it's just like roses are a different tier, I feel like, compared to other flowers, or at least that's how society has made them. So went on a whole rant about roses. This is how you know how much I love them. But literally, I feel like I love using rose petals because it activates your heart chakra. It kind of, here's my blood trying to roll away. Oh. But it activates your heart chakra and it helps you to realize like all of the abundance around you. Even the little shit, bro. The little shit. Like, I think one time I was outside and it was just hot and then the wind was just blowing and I was just like, thank you for the wind, because I'm like, I was fucked that day, but it's just like little shit. Even, yeah, I'm not gonna get too deep into it because this video is already at like 17 minutes. But yes, the heart chakra, it just targets the heart chakra, and it helps you to understand that the heaviness you feeling, like, it really truly is just temporary. And it's also a reminder too that even when I'm going through stuff and I'm feeling down, I always have things around me that can help me. Whether they're in the form of herbs, if they're in the form of people, yeah, if it's yeah, in the form of all of those things, either one thing. I'm looking at myself in the camera and I'm just like, I'm telling you, it's rose petals obviously in this blunt, by the way, but like, I'm just looking at myself and I'm just like, I'm gonna think this anyways, but just like how I love me, I love how I'm always in a constant damn battle between like speaking up and giving the knowledge to the collective that needs to be shared, and I be kind of scared and judging myself sometimes. So I'm always just so proud of myself when I am behind the camera. Okay, back to the herbs though. But rose petals, raspberry leaf. This helps with more so when I'm actually on my period. I don't like to take, like, if I have to take some ibuprofen or some pain medicine, because I'll do whatever not to feel some pain. I don't like to be, my goodness, I don't like to be in pain for real, for real. But cramps, raspberry leaf is so great for cramps. It is so freaking great. Like, I feel like as soon as, this might be a little TMI, but for the women, you understand. Like, as soon as, like, when you go to the bathroom and you see some red, like right before the cramps start coming, just take the tea. It's gonna take about 30 to 45 minutes to work. When you do, you're gonna start to feel your symptoms just decrease and decrease. And it also depends. I've learned that with your level of cramping, you might have to use, if your cramps, my cramps are like, on a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 is, I'm thinking of my sister who has like really, 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 really bad cramps. To it, like she's like throwing up. So if you're one of them girlies where you're like throwing up, you can't even move, you're like dehydrated, that's what I think a 10 is. I feel like my cramp level is like a 7. So that 7 don't be manageable for me though. That should be hurting. But yeah, I do about 1 tea bag basically. But if your cramps are like more than a 7, then you would just need to steep 2 tea bags of the raspberry leaf tea. I'll try and put the brand I usually drink is Yogi raspberry leaf, and it works like a charm. This was really supposed to be a short video. I think it's so funny, but fuck it. Whatever comes out is what comes out. To sum all of that up, because I said a lot. I said a lot. But to manage my PMDD, basically. But to manage it every month, the things that I use herbally are marijuana, rose petals, and raspberry leaf tea. But yeah, that's all that I use. I'm feeling a lot better now. I love my herbal remedies. I will stick with these for the rest of my life. At least until, I got menopause or something like that. And I'm pretty sure stuff still goes on there, but yeah. Thank you for sitting here. If you watch this whole thing, you're a real one. Thank you for allowing my thoughts. God damn. I still love it. I love it here. But thank you for sticking with me and my thoughts, my ADHD thoughts, my going from my low mood to the high spirits I'm in now. Like I know I'm gonna watch the beginning of this video and see how my energy was and how I'm feeling right now. See, now I feel like I can tackle the day. See, I'm feeling better. But I hope you all have a beautiful day, because I'm about to have a beautiful day. And if you don't have a beautiful day, remember that you can try again tomorrow. I love you all. Bye. This is Maya from the future. This is something that I forgot to add in this video. These pills are crucial to my PMDD monthly routine. These help so much with my mood, especially for people who are trying to like find a different alternative than the antidepressants. These are great. These are great. These are great. I'm not going to speak too much. These are the ingredients that are inside of them: passion flower, ashwagandha, chamomile, chasteberry, like so many great things. I get mine off of Amazon. You can get them from any health food store, but I could not make this video or end it off without plugging these pills in there. But yeah, happy healing, beautiful people.